Hey there, this is Lawrence here at Interpreting Wine, just hopping on with a quick live to share with you an amazing offer, actually. Um, as you may well have noticed, I've been running a number of things called wine marketing roundtables, or now rebranded wine storytelling roundtables. And the previous two of these in August have both sold out, and there's now an opportunity to book onto the last one of these, which is taking place on Thursday. So the link here is interpretingwine.com/roundtable. And what I thought I'd just do tonight was just quickly take you through a couple of points, really, some background to me and a little bit of background to the roundtable itself. So, as you may well know, I'm probably best known as the host and founder of Interpreting Wine podcast, which started with humble ambitions, but very quickly gained the attention of major global wine regions. When I started back in 2017, was kind of one of the first wine podcasts to really go deep and explore the sector, which I'll get into more about just now. I have produced more than 550 episodes of the podcast, and have really used those episodes to explore formats that include one-to-one interviews, event recordings, and moderated discussions. So really, I would say an expert in all things sort of podcasting, certainly. And featured guests like sommeliers, winemakers, educators, masters of wine, and have even gone into non-wine topics such as rum, travel, food, and all of those good things, and cocktails as well. Interpreting Wine has a strong influence on things like the WSET diploma and Master of Wine exams, where it's regularly quoted. And I think what shows through there is that those exams rely on access to professionals. They rely on access to winemakers. They rely on access to the latest information, and people are able to get that more easily through something like a podcast rather than necessarily traveling directly to the winery. Something else that I guess has really come out of my time as the founder and host of Interpreting Wine has certainly been being an advocate for change. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for change, and probably the major way that I advocate for change, certainly in this event, is by going beyond podcasts and exploring audio, which in and of itself is way more than podcasts. And for me, audio is the best way that I know to bridge the gap between producers and consumers, and certainly consumers that are in the next generation of consumers, so the sort of under 40s, let's say. My background is actually, before wine, is in business psychology, which really underpins a lot of what I will talk about on the wine storytelling roundtable. Business psychology is really all about making systems work better, with the people, for the people. And I think that can be very powerful when applied to an organization. And I think it can certainly be very powerful when applied in wine. The three areas that you really hear me going on about, and certainly you'll hear me talking about in the roundtable, all come directly from psychology. So area one is telling better stories. Area two is increasing event engagement. And area three is all about reaching younger audiences. So what is the roundtable? Again, if you're seeing this and you haven't signed up, this should work as a link, but the link is also interpretingwine.com/roundtable. And all the roundtable is a small group discussion in which I will go through a number of the models that I've developed, share those, and really have discussions as we go through. So really, it's all about creating a confidential space for interested experts in their field to come along, spend some time in that shared environment, learn about those different models, really kind of, I think, move people to action. I think there's a lot of talk about all of these areas, and talk is good, but action is often better. Trying something out and seeing what you get back when you try that. So, I'm hoping that you'd be open to hearing about my approaches in more detail, really, that I'm able to share on social media and in those short clips that you've probably seen around. And as I say, being part of a discussion which is open and honest and is being held for the benefit of everyone, all of the attendees, and certainly for myself as well. I'm continuing to learn loads on those sessions. So hopefully you're up for that. If appreciate you may not be able to attend the Thursday session, that you'll be able to see details of either by clicking here or by heading to interpretingwine.com/roundtable. There is also the option to join the waitlist for when the September dates are announced, and the link for that again should be clickable here. But I'll give that out as well, which is interpretingwine.com/VIP. So join that waitlist, and then as soon as the September dates come out, I'll shoot you an email at least 24 hours before I share it with anyone else, and you'll be the first to know, or certainly the second to know before or behind me. So thank you for watching. As ever, any questions, please just drop them in the chat below, and I can't wait for the final roundtable of August, which is taking place tomorrow at 5 p.m. UK time. And if that works for you, if you're in the UK, if you're in the States, if you're on the West Coast, East Coast, anywhere in between, South America, I'd really love to see you there. Spread my message and to help as many of you as possible to take action and do better in whatever area of wine, travel, food, leisure that you're working in. Okay, take care. Have a great day or evening wherever you are.